The dream of next-generation electric vehicle batteries might be close to becoming a reality, and it's coming straight out of China. Researchers there have developed a low-cost, solid-state lithium battery that promises to be a game-changer. Not only does it match the performance of other cutting-edge battery contenders, but it achieves this feat at a staggering 90% cost reduction. This breakthrough could propel China to the forefront of the solid-state battery race, a technology that's been on everyone's lips but remains frustratingly out of reach. How exactly were they able to achieve this, and what does this mean for the EV industry? Electric vehicle batteries have improved, but they still have significant drawbacks. These battery packs can be bulky and heavy, adding weight to the car and limiting how far it can travel on a single charge. Additionally, there's always a small risk of fire, which can be a safety concern. Because of this, scientists have been working hard to improve EV batteries. One promising idea is to swap out the liquid inside the battery, called the electrolyte, for a solid material. This solid electrolyte could make the battery lighter, because it would weigh less than the liquid. It could also be safer, because solids are generally less flammable than liquids. Plus, a solid electrolyte might allow the battery to charge up much faster, giving you more miles in a shorter time. The challenge with solid electrolytes so far is that they've been expensive and difficult to manufacture in large quantities. Because of this difficulty, there's a global race among scientists to find a way to make solid electrolytes practical for everyday use. Recently, researchers at a university in China published exciting news in a scientific journal. They figured out a new way to design a solid electrolyte that could be both affordable and easy to produce in large quantities. This is a big step forward because it means these potentially better batteries could become a reality sooner rather than later. If this materializes, we'll be able to travel long distances knowing that the battery is lighter and less prone to fire. This new research brings us closer to making that a reality. Major industry players, including Japan's Toyota and South Korea's Samsung, have invested substantially in research and development for a suitable solid-state electrolyte with three main contenders: oxide, sulfide, and chloride types. Scientists generally favor sulfides because they seem to deliver the best performance. However, there's a major roadblock: cost. Imagine you're running a factory that builds these new EV batteries. To keep things affordable for consumers, each kilogram of this special material can't cost more than $50. Unfortunately, traditional sulfide electrolytes are much pricier, typically exceeding $195 per kilogram. This high cost has become a major hurdle for large-scale production. Researchers worldwide are scrambling to find ways to make sulfides cheaper, but progress has been slow. That's where a recent breakthrough from a Chinese research team comes in. They tackled the problem head-on by developing a completely new type of sulfide material called LPSO. The key difference is that LPSO wouldn't require the most expensive ingredient used in traditional sulfides, lithium sulfide. This could be a significant cost-saving factor, potentially bringing the price per kilogram down to a more manageable level for mass production. The Chinese team's findings, published in a respected scientific journal, have sent ripples of excitement through the scientific community. If further testing proves LPSO performs well and can be manufactured efficiently, it could be the key that unlocks the widespread adoption of solid-state batteries and revolutionizes the EV industry. It's still early days, but this new development offers a promising glimpse into the future of electric vehicles. The secret behind LPSO lies in its design. Unlike traditional sulfide electrolytes, LPSO is built from just two readily available and inexpensive compounds. This translates to a dramatic reduction in material costs, a mere $14.42 per kilogram, which is a staggering 8 times cheaper than what it typically costs to produce other sulfide electrolytes. There's even more good news. The Chinese researchers assure us that this lower price tag doesn't come at the expense of performance. In fact, LPSO retains all the benefits of the best current sulfides, including compatibility with certain types of anodes, which is crucial for battery stability. Speaking of anodes, LPSO seems to work particularly well with high-powered options like lithium metal and silicon. Tests even showed that a battery made with LPSO and lithium metal could operate for over 4,200 hours at room temperature without any major issues. However, the researchers are staying humble. They readily admit that there's still room for improvement in LPSO's performance, and they're actively working on making it even better. The dramatic cost reduction achieved with LPSO is a game-changer. Imagine what it would mean for electric vehicles if we could produce solid-state batteries for a fraction of the current price. This breakthrough could pave the way for mass production, making these advanced batteries affordable for everyone. That's not all, though. The good news keeps rolling in. Early tests show that LPSO isn't just cheap, it's also powerful. Remember how some types of solid-state batteries, like sulfides, offered great performance but were crazy expensive? Well, LPSO seems to retain all the key advantages of those high-performing sulfides. One of those advantages is compatibility with certain superstar anodes like lithium metal and silicon. These anodes pack a serious punch, storing way more energy than traditional options. Using LPSO with these anodes could significantly boost the overall performance of EV batteries. But wait, there's more. Stability is crucial for any battery. Imagine charging your electric car and then having the battery fizzle out after a few hours. Not exactly ideal. Tests suggest that batteries made with LPSO offer impressive stability. In scientific terms, they showed stable cycling for over 4,200 hours at room temperature. That translates to real-world performance. You could potentially use your EV for thousands of hours without worrying about the battery crapping out. This breakthrough by the Chinese research team puts them in a very strong position in the global race to develop the best EV batteries. While countries like Japan, South Korea, Europe, and the US have traditionally been the front-runners in battery technology, China's development of LPSO could give them a significant edge. Major car companies worldwide are scrambling to catch up, with some giants like Toyota and Samsung aiming for a 2027 release for their own all-solid-state batteries. However, with a potentially cheaper, more efficient, and high-performing option in LPSO, China could be well-positioned to take the lead in this race. It's important to remember that LPSO is still under development, and the researchers are constantly working to improve its performance even further. However, the initial results are incredibly promising. If LPSO lives up to its potential, it could revolutionize EV batteries. Imagine electric vehicles that are lighter, safer, faster charging, and ultimately more affordable for everyone. This could significantly accelerate the adoption of electric vehicles worldwide and propel China to the forefront of this global clean energy revolution. The future of electric vehicles is looking brighter than ever, thanks in part to this exciting development from China. This breakthrough by the Chinese team has sent shockwaves through the global auto industry. Car companies in Japan, South Korea, Europe, and the US regions that traditionally led in battery technology are now pitting their hopes on next-generation batteries like solid-state to leapfrog the competition. Giants like Toyota and Samsung are reportedly aiming for a 2027 release for their own all-solid-state batteries. The race is on, and LPSO could be the game-changer that puts China at the forefront of the electric vehicle revolution. China knows that the competition is growing, and so it isn't wasting any time to secure its lead in the EV race. The country is taking a big strategic step. China's battery makers and car companies are joining forces in a government-backed initiative to build a complete supply chain for solid-state batteries by 2030. This ambitious plan, launched in January, goes by the mouthful name of China All-Solid-State Battery Collaborative Innovation Platform. It's basically a dream team bringing together government muscle, academia, and industry giants like KTL and BYD, all working towards the same goal. This move shows China's determination to stay ahead of the curve. As Chen Liquan, a legend in the field often referred to as the father of the Chinese lithium battery, puts it, solid-state batteries are the future of rechargeable battery technology. In an interview, the 84-year-old researcher stressed the importance of being first. Only by seizing the first opportunity can China remain in a proactive position in this race. He declared, China's all-in approach with this consortium shows they're serious about grabbing that opportunity and solidifying their dominance in the electric vehicle market. What do you think about this? Let us know in the comments section.